Thank you for tuning into this new channel, and God bless you. I'm going to break down some hidden messages and secret coding in movies, music, TV, news, and social media. In this first video, I'll be decoding the movie Lethal Weapon 2 with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. Not going to do the whole movie, and I'm going to attempt to keep these fairly short. I'll be looking at all these signs and symbols from a biblical perspective. Now, before we get started, I'm not calling Danny Glover or Mel Gibson a witch or a warlock or Satanist or Luciferian or anything like that. I'm just pointing out the symbols in the movies and their association to the occult and a hidden agenda. This shot is from the end of Lethal Weapon 2 in the trailer, which is filled with billions of dollars worth of money, which is being smuggled into the United States from South Africa during apartheid. We're able to see the dual threes, the 33. The 33 is a reference to the 33rd degree in Freemasonry, which is an honorary degree and can be bestowed on a non-Freemason for progressing or furthering the great work or enterprise, which is a New World Order of totalitarian government, which is Luciferian in nature, functions as a communist government, but tries to appear as though it is a socialist utopian government. And this plan and style of government is run by what would be referred to in their terms as the ascended masters or adepts. A lot of times the actors have no idea what they're involved with, but sometimes they do. Not all of them are putting the OK symbol over their eye because their publicist or someone behind a camera is telling them to do so. But all in all, in the entertainment industry, it's probably more than people would think. On the outside door of the container, we're able to see the number of man, which is consecutive sixes. Keep in mind, they could have used any container number that they wanted to for this scene, and when somebody is paying $150 to $200 million for a production like this, Lethal Weapon 2, they don't put accidents in there. Everything is heavily edited and reviewed many times for perfection. We see the letters S-E-T, set, beside the numbers of man. In this context, Set is a reference to the Temple of Set started by Anton LaVey. Set, in Mystery Babylon worship history, is the individual who killed Osiris. Both Set and Osiris are heavily regarded in the occult worship community. Another ancient story, including Set, suggests that he cut the head off of Esau. Another story within these same contexts suggests that Set cut the head off of Gilgamesh, with Gilgamesh being the central character in what is believed to be the first book called the Epic of Gilgamesh. Would be a good idea to at least browse that book and check out some of the stories within it, as much of it lines up with the accounts held in the Holy Bible. It was said that in ancient times, Set transformed itself into a vicious monster and killed Osiris, afterwards cutting his body into pieces and dispersing it to keep it from being resurrected. Lethal Weapon 2 is showing occult symbolism. Whether the actors know it or not is irrelevant. And of course, some of them would avoid it if they were able to recognize it, as not everyone in Hollywood is a raving Satanist. Plenty of people have been banned or kicked out of Hollywood for not wanting to be a part of the hidden agenda or the overt promotion of anti-Christian values through signs and symbols, and cleverly written into screenplays which send secret messages. One of the trends right now that is circulating on social media and the internet is the topic of snake people, lizard people, reptilian people. David Icke is an example of someone who has a great and vast amount of information, and he does speak correctly about some of the stuff he is talking about until he gets to the topic of reptilian aliens. A leopard can be distinguished by its spots. The theory of the snake people is actually based on Luciferian doctrine, which suggests the devil slept with Eve and the line of Cain comes from the devil. This goes along with the same doctrine taught within divinity and theology schools to hide the existence of giants in Genesis 6:4. as well as the other 400 spots in the Bible that refer to giants, as they are taught to translate the word of Scripture to mean the word Rephaim as only in reference to humans who have fallen away from God. And also, They believe that because of this, the whole line of Cain is bad, the whole line of Seth is good, which goes against the simple principles of not judging someone else. The Bible does reference a group of snake-like beings which live inside the earth called the Nikesh. But from a biblical perspective, let's understand clearly that God is not going to allow the devil to take his image and usurp it and turn it into a snake person. The Bible educates us that we are made in the image of God. We are not made in the image of a snake person, and God's image is not of a snake person. And of course, as always, if you're looking at content regarding aliens, it is extremely important to look at the symbols surrounding the story of aliens. Aliens are demons, and they are inside the earth. They're not coming from anywhere other than inside the earth. Is it really that surprising that there are demons inside the earth? If you're curious and would like to hear some of the sounds from inside the earth, there were some sounds recorded in the Russian borehole, which was dug as far down as they could possibly go. The sounds that can be heard from the depths are terrifying, and I'm not going to put that on this video. Just wanted to bring you a quick video on this new channel. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. I'll be back with another movie breakdown and some occult symbolism soon.